guys, it's the Easter Bunny coming to you with a gift of mobility. I hope you can enjoy my bunny ears. I found them in my costume box today, so I figured I'd be festive. Hopefully you guys had a great holiday. I am here to share with you guys a little bit of hip mobility, and it is, again, just one quick drill. It is related to actually internal and external rotation of your hip. So if you want to join me, and I'll discuss what the importance of this is as we get into it. This is called the 90-90. It's 90-degree bend of my front knee and my back knee. So 90 degrees at the hip, 90 degrees at the knee, same thing over here. If this is already hard for you to be in, then you're either going to be leaning on your same arm as the front leg, or you may have to congest your legs a little bit to be more comfortable. So this is what we call the shin box, a little bit more of a tight angle. Once you get here, the great thing about this is we're working on two things, internal and external rotation. What you don't realize is that the hip doesn't just bend and extend. It actually has to internally and externally rotate. So your femoral head, the top of your thigh bone has to have free movement in that hip socket to go one direction and the other. And a lot of times we're kind of stuck in this external position if we find ourselves splaying our toes out and our toes are pronated. A lot of times we're also kind of stuck in this external rotation of the hip and we're missing internal rotation. So that's what we're going to focus on today. So I'll show you the variations. I'm going to show you the hardest one first. I'm in this 90-90, right? I am using my hand to keep myself up tall. I'm gonna make a fist with my free hand because I don't want any movement of my torso, so I'm gonna radiate tension through my upper body, keeping everything stiff through the upper body. And now back foot pushes down into the floor for about 5 seconds because we always produce tension against the angle of the stretch. And then back foot lifts up. Notice I actually wanted to lean, so I'm gonna fight that lean and I'm gonna come back up tall as I lift that back foot. And then I'm gonna do it again. It's 5 seconds pushing down and it's 5 seconds trying to lift up. So you're doing that motion for 2 minutes because it's the magic amount of time for the nervous system to adapt. And you're creating strength in that new range of motion. If it's hard to lift your foot up off the ground, or you cannot lift your foot up off the ground, you're simply going to drop to your elbow and do the same thing. Still, there's no movement of my torso, but I'm doing that push down and fight to lift up. Now, if you're getting airborne, you're going to need a prop because if we're going pretty high off the floor, we actually need to still be at end range while we do the drill. So bringing a block underneath the foot will allow you to practice this tension and strength training at your end range, if that makes sense. So you'll actually need a block under your foot if you're getting too high off the ground. So this is your internal rotation drill of the day. I recommend this for anybody that has knee pain, anybody that finds themselves turning their toes out a lot, and anybody that does a lot of squatting for their strength training. Give that a try and let me know how it goes. Happy Easter.